2 down, 2 to go. Welcome back to the Pokemon Black No Experience run, and we have 2 members of the Elite Four left, but I think I need a breather. Let us enter the Dark Room. Now, I will say this just now. With the team that I have for this run, the person we're about to fight is a complete and utter joke. Compared to the last 2, this guy is absolutely nothing. I reckon I could beat him even with all those fainted Pokemon that I have right now. He's that pathetic, given the team that I have. Again, given the team that I have. It's because my team is mostly full of fighting types that have an ability that happens to really benefit them against dark types. Yeah, I have a pretty good time against this guy. Of course, as a result, I'm much harder pressed against Caitlyn, but we already beat Caitlyn, so hey. So yeah, I could use a breather, and this battle is going to be a fairly nice breather. Now, there is a reason why I have switched Gao into the front of the party, and that is due to the first Pokemon this guy leads with. But anyway, I admit this staircase is actually pretty cool, with all these like fires going off as you go up this, again, lazy man staircase. In fact, not a single one of these staircases you have to climb yourself. It's all designed with lazy people in mind, this. Anyway. And nice, ominous gold gate going by. And I do like the touch of those fires, though I admit they flicker up and down a little bit too fast. It just seems a little disorientating. Anyway, Gao at the front of the party, let's do this. Now, for some reason, and I don't know why, I picture this guy sounding like Zigbar from Kingdom Hearts. I really don't know why, that's just how I always pictured him sounding. Anyway, I still find it kind of funny that the guy who has a gigantic chandelier as part of his room is the one who doesn't use chandelier. But anyway, this is Grimsley, actually the first male member of the Elite Four I've fought. I do like how nowadays they're going for 2 male, 2 female in the Elite Four, and as well as like with keeping an even ratio on the gym leaders as well. And I do quite like the deep red style of this room, it is pretty cool. However, this guy is pretty easy with the current team I have. The reason why I led with Tornadus is because I know he leads with Scrafty, which is part fighting, and thus is weak to flying. And Sand Attack? Really? You're honestly using Sand Attack this late in the game? It is not a bad choice, but you really should have seen it coming, damn it. 95 accuracy and Sand Attack. Well, that's not going to end well. Okay. That's bad. If I miss this one, I am dead. Okay, good, I didn't miss that one. If I had missed that one, it would probably be fine because this thing's still weak to a whole lot of other things. Anyway, and out comes Crocodile. Not quite Grimsley's ace, but still, I find Crocodile is the toughest of his Pokemon. It's not saying that much, but still, probably the one I have the most trouble against, given that this happens. I do have Virizion to Giga Drain this thing, or, what's it called, anyway, Foul Play is quite a dangerous move, However, it does trip my Justified ability, which is very lucky because now I can use Sacred Sword to do some pretty massive damage. Yes, this thing does have Dragon Claw, and I can't send in Cavalion to resist it because it's probably going to have Earthquake or something. So, this thing is, oh, damn it, really? At least I get a free heal as he heals too, which is always kind of useful, but really? Oh, that is annoying. So yeah, this thing does have Dragon Claw, which is kind of dangerous for Virizion, so probably the thing that gives me the most trouble in the Elite Four. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go for the Giga Drain, because he hits me once. I can't believe he's faster than Virizion. That seems kind of hard to believe, but anyway. He hits me once, falls just short of a 2-hit KO, and I get a lot of health back, and I don't push him back into item range. Now I can finish him with Sacred Sword, and if luck is with me, I might actually be able to sweep the rest of his team. That is, if luck is with me. The other 2 Pokemon he has are pretty badly weak to fighting and don't have very much that can threaten me. At least, I think. Let me just find myself. And now this is something interesting. This always disappointed me about Grimsley. Leopard? Really? Really? Leopard! This late in the game, and you're using something that can be found on early routes. Leopard, and that's the reason I switched out. I believe from an earlier run, I knew this guy had Aerial Ace, Come to think of it, speaking of early runs, I have never lost to Grimsley once. Even in my previous run that ended in horrible failure at Caitlin, I have never once lost to Grimsley. So that kind of goes to show just how easy he is with this team. Admittedly, again, it is because my team is chock full of fighting types. But even without that, Grimsley always struck me as the obligatory breather member of the Elite Four. There's always one in every Elite Four, I find. One Elite Four member who's just a bit easier than the others. In my X and Y run, it was Dranza. This time it's Grimsley. And even in my regular playthroughs, I always found something, you know, about Grimsley. He just seemed a little easier than the others. The Leopard really is a big deal in terms of that, because it's just not the kind of thing I'd expect. Also, by the way, I decided to troll him and spam work up while she, this Leopard, kills itself on my Rocky helmet. Yeah, just because I'm being a troll. Anyway, yes, and then when his final thing comes out, I should be able to handle it very, very easily, considering that, it's something that Cavalion is quite good against. And, yeah, I'm probably not going to start World Cup spamming again, I'll probably just finish it now. But, anyway, I guess I should take this time to say a few things about Grimsley. Now, there's a really weird thing about his team. I believe I'm right about this. Let me just go check my sources to see if I'm right. I'm right. Regarding the genders of his Pokemon, Grimsley is just plain weird. In this match, his Scrafty is his lead is male, and the rest of his team is all female. This is kind of weird, seeing as most major trainers tend to use Pokemon whose gender matches theirs. Now, even weirder though, is that in the rematch, the Scrafty becomes female, and he adds a Sharpedo to his team that is the only male on the team. So, he uses one male, all the rest females, both times. This is actually somewhat interesting, and, I'm wondering if it has any implications considering his inspirations. Now, I should probably talk here about, Grimsley's main inspirations here. The designers have said that his clothes, the whole red and black motif, was made to resemble a roulette wheel, which is compounded by the fact that in Black and White 2, his battle intro animation has him tossing a coin. Apparently, according to the designers, his family are gamblers or something like that, but anyway, yeah, kind of weird that. But the other thing is, in terms of aesthetics, and I'm actually going to have to continue this video for a little longer than its timing because I'm running out of time here, but I really wanted to bring this up. In terms of his actual appearance, Grimsley, and his room as well, the style of his room. Grimsley seems to take inspiration from two major Gothic works, Dracula and Phantom of the Opera. Apparently the designers have actually confirmed these as some of their inspirations for him, which kind of fit with him being a Dark-type trainer as well. So yeah, the design of his room and him in some extent, seems to take cues from, again, like classic Gothic stories like Dracula and Phantom of the Opera, which I find, yeah, kind of interesting, because, well, I have studied English at university, and I kind of like it when games make literary references like that, but, in terms of other really weird things, in Black and White 2, speaking of which, in the first match with him, his entire team is female, so the Scrafty is the same, but it's been switched to female. In the second battle with him, his entire team is male, so something very weird is going on with the genders of his Pokemon. I don't think any other major trainer in this game does this, and it's kind of odd. I'm wondering if the one male, all the rest female thing that he does in this game might be a reference to the tendency for Gothic stories to often have Casanova characters. I'm wondering if that is kind of the reason. I don't know, I'm probably looking too deep into this, but I just think there is something really weird about the gender distributions on his team, given that everybody else seems to just use the same gender as them. But anyway, that's enough random analysis. Next time, we take on the final Elite Four member. So, see you then!